Come to our first tutorial on CorelDraw 16. This is a 64-bit. We also have CorelDraw 32-bit machines for Windows, but that is not making it different from this. When you open CorelDraw 16, this is the window that comes. Let us first understand that CorelDraw is a program that you can use for graphic design, whether you're doing graphic design for the web, whether it's for digital printing, whether it's for offset printing. For those who are in the printing field might understand what I mean. But whether you are in the printing field or not, that's not important. What's important that we want to learn the basics from the basics to the advanced of how to use CorelDraw 16. Whether you're a beginner, you've never used CorelDraw before, you'll get to learn something. So when you open CorelDraw, this is the window that comes, the quick start. The quick start here, if you look at it, it's just a way of how to interact with CorelDraw when you open it. You have a list of the recent documents, which you can as well preview by passing your mouse, hovering your mouse over them. These are the recent documents that have been done by CorelDraw in this computer. Then we also have a new blank document. If you want to create a new blank document from scratch, then you can go to this. You can also have a new document from templates. Just like any other template, you can open a template, then you just want to replace the content of that template so that you create your personalized file. On the right side, you find some quick links that will, the quick start is just this. Then what is new? This tries to tell you some of the new things that you can get in this new version of CorelDraw 16. With every new versions, you get to see this quick start. You realize whatever you have clicked, it moves to the left side. This sample is a sample of a file that you can create using CorelDraw, so it's a very powerful tool. Yeah, you can work faster and more efficiently, create layouts with ease, design with style and creativity. All this you can do with, you can go through this if you want to. Then learning tools. CorelDraw comes with a lot of other learning tools which you can use for both basic features and advanced features. You have video tutorials that you can view online. There is a guidebook that comes with CorelDraw patches. So this guidebook will give you a little bit of the basics that you need in CorelDraw. Then we have the hints that you have. All these are video tutorials, so you can also check those ones out, the learning tools. Then you have the gallery. This will show you some of the works that have been created using CorelDraw. As you look at this, it gives some very high quality jobs, and most of it are used for the graphic designs in most of these designs that we see. Then the updates. There could be updates from CorelDraw that you could get from CorelDraw. I would like us to just go to the quick start and create a new blank document. We're beginning from scratch, so when you create that new document, it gives you the settings that you want to have. I would like to save this one, lesson 1. So the name of the document I'm creating is document 1, lesson 1, sorry. Then preset destination. You want to, what would you want to create your document for? What kind of view? Do you want to create it for the web? Do you want to create as default RGB? Do you want to create as a default CMYK? Default when you talk about RGB, that means it's a document that you intend for maybe just viewing on your desktop. When you talk about CMYK, these are better for offset printers. When I mean offset printers, those who are in the printing world, you use it for color separations, CMYK. You divide the colors into 4 colors that you combine the 4 colors to come up with a full color document. Yes, those are CorelDraw defaults. Those are default settings. So this one, let us leave it to custom. then you customize it here. You customize the size. Let's say you asked A4, the width and height comes automatically with the size there. But you can as well change the units from millimeters to inches, picas and points, pixels, whichever units that you are comfortable with. You realize there are even settings for meters. There are even settings for kilometers. Yes, you can make your design however large it is, whether it's meters or kilometers. Then you print it in, you fit it to the page that you'll be printing. So it doesn't matter whether it's meters, so long as you have the real document, it comes out well if it's done in the way you want it to appear. Sometimes you're doing a banner, maybe which is in several meters, then you'd want to use meters, and then you put the exact measurement. The measurement depends on your preference. So pretty much let us leave it at that. CMYK 300 dpi. This is just the resolution that your document will have. So let us leave it at 300 dpi. That's okay. Let's say okay and see what happens. We have our new document. So when you have created your document, this is exactly what comes on your screen. Let's go through some of these menus up here. Let's start with file, a little bit of it. The first few items in the file menu is just if you want to create a new document, a new from template, and opening a document from one of your files, one of your folders in your computer, or wherever else, whether you have a portable device or you have a portable storage like a flash disk or such. You can also have open recent documents. It gives you a list of recent documents which you can go directly to. You close. This is normal close, normal save. You can save a CorelDraw document as in various versions. You can save it as a CorelDraw. All these file types, you can save it like all this. You can save it as PDF. CDR stands for CorelDraw. All these formats, you can save your files directly to these various formats. Adobe Illustrator, you can save your file in CorelDraw as an Adobe Illustrator file. That's a good thing. You can also save it as PDF. Yeah, you can also save it as many other of these formats. So that's the save as, what save as done. You can see those versions of files that you can save your CorelDraw file. So that's save as template. You can save it as a template, just like any other ordinary normal template that you use even in other other programs or softwares. When you say revert when you're working on a document and you want to go back to the saved version, ignoring the changes that you've made so far, then you revert to the saved image. You can acquire image directly into CorelDraw from your scanner, from your camera, directly, any twin device. You can acquire that image directly into CorelDraw and work on it. Maybe you want to edit a photo from your file. Maybe you want to edit whichever document it is. You can acquire it directly from maybe a scanner or such. You can search content of whatever you've developed in your file, then you can do that. Importing, you can import also files into CorelDraw in importable formats. If you click that, you can see all these files. You can import all these versions of files into CorelDraw. So many versions: photo paint, JPEGs, GIF, PDF, Illustrator files, TIFF files. You can import all these files into CorelDraw. If you want to work with a file that is somewhere else, then you want to import it. That's what you do. Then we have export. You can also export your file into different formats. Export for Office, export for the web. If you're working on web graphics, CorelDraw gives you an opportunity to export your document for the web. you notice that some of these are disabled. It's just because we don't have something yet in our working space here. There's nothing that we've developed. That's why these ones are inactive. But the moment we have something, let's just have something here. Don't bother much with that. You find they start becoming active because there's something that's already being worked on. You can export as a HTML. The content that you've developed here, you can also export it for the web. When you export for the web, it optimizes. CorelDraw optimizes your file such that it's lighter for the web and it becomes easier to work with the images for the web. It specifically makes it lighter but still good looking for your websites. That's if you want to export for the web. So if you're maybe a website designer and you want to develop web graphics, CorelDraw is the program to use. We have, that was, you can send to, you compress this a normal sending to compressed zip folder, desktop, documents, fax recipient, mail recipient, Skype, TeamViewer. TeamViewer is just a program that we use for collaboration among computers through the internet. You can connect your computer to another one anywhere in the world using a TeamViewer. If you don't understand what it means, you can check on it on the website and it will tell you all that. You might print, you can print normal print. It's a normal print setup. There's a collect for output. Let's say you are just a graphic designer and your design work might be printed somewhere else. When you want to print this somewhere else, what you do is to collect it for output. It will give you a CorelDraw file, it will give you a PDF file, it will give you the fonts that are used in that particular document, so that when you send it for external printing, somebody can just print without problem. You have all the fonts, everything you need pretty much. You can even separate, if it's color separations for offset printers, you can even separate using the PDF format, because it generates, CorelDraw generates a very high quality PDF that can be used directly for separations. You can also publish to PDF. You can create your documents in CorelDraw and publish directly to PDF. Let's just click on it and see what happens. You see, if you go down here at Save As Type, you find various formats. You see, like this one is for prepress. It gives a very high quality document. Then we have for the web, maybe you want a lighter document for, maybe you want to send it by email. You want to create a document for document distribution, for editing. All these versions, you can directly publish your document to PDF and it be accepted in that particular format. We also have you can check the document properties and exit. So that those are the unique ones. I've only typed the unique ones, but as we go along, you will see how best to go from that. Let's go a little bit to the tools and do something that for the first work. If you want to type a text in CorelDraw, you realize that there is no cursor anywhere. There's no blinking cursor anywhere here. So it's basically a drawing tool. If you want to type text, you even have to draw a position for it. Like if you want to type any text within here, you come to this tool. This is text tool. You click on it. Then you draw a box where you want to type your text. In this moment, I've just zoomed in by moving my mouse, by using my mouse. You notice a blinking cursor here. You notice you can now type. You can type pretty much like you can type in any other program. And when maybe you want to use CorelDraw to create some letter, sometimes you might want to type all your contents within here. Maybe you have developed some logo up here and you want now to type the body of that letter in here. You just adjust it accordingly. You just adjust it. Use these black spots at the edges to adjust it to whatever size that you want, and then you can type within here. If you want to type text, you use this tool, which is the text tool in CorelDraw. Then if you want to move this text box here, you go to this pick tool. This is pick tool in CorelDraw. Then you select this. You can move it whichever point. If you want to change the direction to whichever way you want, then you do that with CorelDraw. Okay, so you can do pretty much you can change the text direction the way you want. As you can see, so that gives you how you can type text, plain text in CorelDraw. There are two types of text that we can have in CorelDraw. When you want to type text in CorelDraw, I'm just selecting this. You realize you've moved it 269 degrees. If you want to get back to where you are, you just put 0 degrees and it goes back to where it was. After rotating it in that way, just click in that. This is the rotation box, this rotate thing, and you just revert it back. When you select this, you can have two types of texts depending. We will use them as time goes by. When you right click on this, you have convert to artistic text. It comes without that text box, and then it becomes that individual text. So you can type just a line of text in its individual independent format. You can right click on the text to convert it to paragraph text. We will keep learning this as time goes by. So this is how to type a normal text in CorelDraw. So we have both artistic text, which is this one, then you can have convert to paragraph text. Then you have your paragraph, which you can adjust accordingly like any other typing program. Let's go a little bit into these tools that we have here. If you want to look at these tools, this is the pick tool. You use it to select objects. We call whatever we are placing in our working environment objects. If you click that arrow down there, you can have freehand pick. Pretty much the same. If you look at this, whenever you see this black arrow at the bottom of each tool here, it means it's an extension of some other tools down there. So that is shape tool and smudge brush. We learn how to use them with examples. So this is our first text tool. So if you want to type text in CorelDraw, that's what you do. If you want, like for example, you have an item or you have an object in your working space and you want to make it be the only object that you see, you press F4, then it fills the workspace that you have. It makes work easy, so you can enlarge your document for more visibility, so you can work on your text, whatever kind of text that you want. The first thing I want us to do is assume you want to make some card. We want to make some card. How do we go about that? You might need to draw a box first and give it the size. You go, when you want to draw a box like this, to give you the sizing, you just click on this box, and maybe let's say you want to make a normal business card, which is normally 8.5 by 5. So this is a box that is the size of the card that you want to work on. So if you want to work on a card, just like I had said before, you just draw this box, and when you press F4, it zooms the card to fit on the screen, on the working space that you have. So let's assume now you want to type some text within this box. Then you just go to the text tool. You click where you want to type the text. Let's say Kavenak Digital Solutions. So I have my text here. It's bigger for this, so you want to change the size of this text. You can go directly to the normal changing font size. Let me give it type 12. I type 12, then I enter. You can give it whichever color you like by filling. You see at the side, at the right side, there's a color panel here. You can give it pretty much you like. There's one trick I want to teach you in CorelDraw. If you want to copy this same thing and paste, you can go the longer way of maybe saying edit, copy, then you say edit, paste. When you do that, it pastes the same thing on top of that. So if you drag down, you still have two copies of the same. To do that in a short and fast way, you just select this and press plus, the plus sign. When you press plus, it does the same thing. I don't know whether you got that. To copy this same thing, I would just press plus on the keyboard, then I have a copy of that on top of it. That's an important tool to learn. So you can pretty much type the rest of the things here. When you want to replace this text, normal typing, maybe you want to change the size of this and the color first. Maybe put black text now. I want to change it to another text this other side. And I say something like, that's pretty much, that's to tell you how to, maybe you might want to draw give it some design here. I copy paste this box, then I've created one on top, so I resize it, maybe fill it blue again. So the fill, this is the fill color. The fill color, you'll do it with this. And this border, you might want to remove it. It's here 0.5, so you put it none. So this is just a simple. So this is the basics of what in the next lesson we'll continue from here and see what else we can do with the basic Corel. This is just typing a normal card. You can type a normal letter. You can just try typing work, and we'll get advanced as time goes by. Thank you for. Look forward to the second lesson.